So today we're going to be talking about some of the classes and how they perform currently on T1s. Um, the title or thumbnail might be misleading. Um, so if you're not here to talk about T1s and how they perform, um, this is not the place for you. Mostly, this will be around 20 mans. Some of the classes might be based off 30 and 40 mans on possibly how they could perform in that area. Some classes can do better in smaller fights as largest fights as well. If you don't know, which you probably don't, I'm from the guild Curse, one of the top guilds currently on the T1 scene for console. I play variety classes from anything, mainly Musa to Sage, like Mystic, uh,
Warrior.
Warrior as well. Yeah, it's level 4 is my family name. I'm currently an officer. There's a couple of us, whatever, blah blah blah. And today with me is going to be the GM, giving his thoughts and opinions about the classes and where they belong, respectively.
Yep, that's pretty much what it's gonna be. We can really get right into it, but before that, actually should go over what each of these mean. It's pretty straightforward. Meta is like these are the best classes. It's gonna be a way easier time to do well on a meta class as opposed to a class that's lower on the tier list. And then it just goes down from there. Like strong is like not merely meta classes, but if you know what you're doing, you can perform just as well as somebody on a meta class. Thumbs required is just like you can do well, you can hold your own, but it's gonna be really hard for you to do as well as a meta class, even if that player that's playing the meta class isn't as good as you. Good luck is kind of a situation to where like they're not really good at all. You're just making it work. It's like your favorite class, you refuse to move off of it, and they're not really worth it on T1s. They need a lot of gear or whatever the case may be. That's kind of where they're kind of like in a limbo. At least that's how I see it. Barry, you can kind of touch on it if you would like.
So around this thumb required into good luck area, none of these are like necessarily like set in stone and this is how they are, this is how they perform. There's a lot of people that play classes that you need a lot of thumbs for that will do better than a stronger meta. It's just that it's a lot easier for the classes above those to just perform with ease. They're just better all around, basically.
Right.
And did you go over your selling?
Nah, and your selling is basically like you're literally selling. You're throwing a match. You're throwing if you're playing this class. It doesn't really bring anything to T1s. And it's just because you really don't either know another class or it's kind of like the good luck. You're just kind of stubborn. You're stuck on it. And then NA is just more so if I haven't seen it and Barry hasn't seen it, obviously this is our two opinions, then it's really not going to be able to fit anywhere else on the tier list just because we have no information on it. Um
Right.
so that's really what it
And
is. What was you about to say?
with that as well, with the unknown is that you could possibly be up there. We just haven't seen you as well with the entire list. Like none of this is set in stone. This is just from what we've gathered.
Starting with Archer, how do you feel where Archer should go?
I think once you take it out of the 20-man fights and you put it into 30 and 40, it can find a pretty good environment amongst more people, more objectives. I would put it somewhere like some required.
Don't require. So I understand where you're going for with the 30 and 40. Unfortunately, just with T1s, it's basically going to be 20 men. So most of my opinion is going to be formed around 20 men. I think that if you have a decent team, then an archer could really stand out. Because then they will know that when it's time to do some range, and they can protect the archer. Obviously, archer and ranger are one of the better two range classes in the game. Period. It's not really about the kills. It's more so about tearing down structures and things like that. So I'm kind of with you with thumbs required. I think that that's mainly for kills though. You factor in the fact that we got to tear down structures like flame towers and stuff like that, then I would low key put it as strong or like high thumb required. So we could put it here and then like order it out You get what I'm saying from top to bottom.
Right.
Um, so I would say he would be at the top or around the top of thumbs required into the bottom of the strong, just because the structures is so important. And then now we got Awakening Zerk.
Ooh, let's. I want to hear your standpoint on our Zerk, Wake and Zerk.
Awakened Zerk is meta. He does hella damage. He has the mobility of a Musa. Just I mean that's just Zerker in total. But the thing with T1 is what kind of pushes him from strong to meta or thumbs required to meta, right? Is the fact that everybody is tanky. So he
Hmm.
could get away with a lot more bullshit than he would have if it was T2s or whatever the case may be. So he also has really, really good range. All right, so I don't know if you guys have dealt with it before, but Awakening Zerkers, especially if you get a solid amount of them, they can really burn your flame towers. They can sit in high places and burn your annexes or whatever the case may be. They do not have to be directly in the line of fire. Even I would say even more so than an archer. I've seen berserkers like in high up places with rangers more than I've seen archers. Archers are kind of like flat line shooting directly into the flame tower, whatever the case may be. So Zerkers can even be a little
Hmm.
bit more safe in destroying, the important shit while also dropping 60, 70 kills. And we've seen that before. So for me, Awakening Zerker is definitely meta.
Yep. I don't disagree in any way. It is. It does. It is better than an archer because it has high mobility that is protected. Multiple grabs. It can play. It can play from range. It can play into a ball. It can play solo. There's pretty much nearly nothing Waken Zerk can't do, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're just gonna pick up and be nice.
Yeah,
It's
you
more
have to,
so
yeah. Yes,
that
yeah.
once you bring a fully developed Zerk into a T120 man or above, and you're not going crazy, you should be looking somewhere else to play.
Yeah. So I think, because I think people would be confused, I think we should rename this as just pretty good. Uh,
Yeah.
because you do need thumbs for Awakening Zerk. You need, yeah, and it's a difficult class to learn, I think. Um, but it's not thumbs required to be, or it's not. You can't take it out of meta. Is what I meant to say. All right, so yeah, Awakening Zerk. Oh, and we forgot the fucking heals. They can out heal all of your damage.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And with
so yeah.
hitting the succession Zerk, um, I don't think there's not a lot to it besides the 200%. Beside it being protected, um, having a very high mobility, I would put it somewhere around like pretty good.
Yeah, I was about to say there's not really too much to say about that. It's not Awakening Zerk. You gotta know what you're doing. And I've seen and heard complaints, or yeah, I should say, yeah, seen and heard people in server chat sometimes, not server but guild chat. They've complained about Awakening Zerker's damage. So
Hmm.
that I think it's fair to put them in pretty good. Now we got Awakening Corsair. Um,
Uh, nobody plays that.
I back when Corsair before she got nerfed, would put her in pretty good to strong with the range and everything. That's
Mhm.
Awakening. Now after she's lost iframes, so it's super armors now. Um, but that's really coming out of her main hand as opposed to her awakening. She's just lost damage in awakening. So I would put her, especially in T1s where damage is already so important. I would put her into your selling. I do like I know what she brings to the table. So I wouldn't put her in NA. I would just put her in
Yeah,
your
yeah,
selling. How
yeah,
about
yeah.
you?
That's no, that's about it. As far as her counterpart, if she's not getting hit out of essays or iframes, I would put her in good luck. Just for what she can do to a ball, um, she can provide really
Yeah.
good.
I think Awakening Corsair, yeah, it will be good and good luck. There's a lot of plays you could do off Awakening Corsair. She's pretty versatile. She's not going to really get too many kills unless she's just, snatching them from other people.
Mhm.
Because her damn skills are so seems like it's like just based off of one shot. It doesn't have a lot of continual damage to it. But what I would really say, that's ball versus ball. But like what she can do to Annex is also pretty good. Even flame towers with the fact she can hide under the ground, the flame towers can shoot, and then she could pop up in that cooldown period for the flame towers and really destroy a lot of shit. Um,
Mhm.
so you definitely need to know what the fuck you're doing with Succession Corsair. Awakening Corsair is kind of like there's no reason to be playing her. Um, Going into Awakening DK. How do you feel about
Um,
her?
there was a DK. Um, well, not too long ago. Actually, yeah, kind of long ago. That was doing work. It sits somewhere in between pretty good to good luck to me.
I would
Or like,
put Awakening DK in the pretty good. She's not
yeah,
anything special. I don't know, like I'm not very familiar with DK, her protections, anything like that. But as far as like her performance and seeing what she does and fighting them, you can notice an Awakening DK. She got some range too. So she got some viability, but she's nowhere near as strong as Succession DK. I would put Succession DK into strong. Um,
absolutely.
Yeah. Is you
I
agree?
just, I agree. I just don't really have anybody in mind that really goes crazy with her. That's only question about strong. But yeah,
I
most definitely
do.
strong.
I do, but I
All right,
like
yeah, yeah,
if I'm basing
strong.
it yeah, if I'm basing it off of that person though, I would put them in meta. Um
Mm,
but there's nobody in our guild. So it's like, it's just fighting them like damn, this player is really, really fucking good. So but I don't think it's because of class, I think it's just because they're just good at the class. So yeah, I would put them as strong. And you said you agree?
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it.
Yeah, it's really just the damage with Succession DK as opposed to Awakening DK. Succession DK does more damage on T1s from what I noticed, and so that kind of puts her a tier up. And then as far as Awakening Dracania, I anybody who actually knows me knows that I would probably put it in your selling, but when you actually think about it, uh, I think she kind of fits into good luck.
Wow. Wow. So I had her on the list I pre-made. I had her sitting like in the right hands and just what she can do. I had her like strong, pretty good.
That's crazy.
I
It's
I think
crazy.
what if you know what you're doing with those combos, you know how to craft them. Like between her movement, her protections, how long she can sit in an iframe, and what we've seen personally in our guild from um Wake and Drax is like none of them went crazy, but I was thinking more so like the person didn't go crazy, and I kind of want to look forward to playing that class. So I don't know I would say, what's your reason for putting it so low?
So the Awakening Draconias you mentioned in our guild, they did well sometimes, and they even, there was the one time where that we had Flex running into an entire guild, and the only person who did like who went positive was the Awakening Draconia. Um, so I mean, you can do well, but you can also do well on a Corsair. I've seen recently in the T1 Discord people complaining about Succession Corsair or Awakening Corsair, maybe I don't know, but how they were so effective taking down barricades that was going up and shit like that. And being very, very annoying. So I mean every class has something that they could bring to the table more than likely. I think Awakening Triconia fits into that. I just think past 5 to 10 people, Awakening Dracania is going to be at a disadvantage because the way that her protections work, she's just going to not have enough protections uh to not get knocked. And then once you get put down on the ground on T1s, that's when damage really starts to get canned if people got the full buffs and things like that, and she'll just get killed. I think she'll just get killed way too often, or she can't be in the fight too long. She's gonna have to get in, get out, and there's really not a lot of places to put her. Her super armors
Hmm.
don't last long. They don't linger, You can't sit in it and you can't take advantage of the fact that you're tanky on T1s because her frontal guard is not a overall it's not a 360 frontal guard, with like the super armor behind. Like it's just her protections aren't good enough. I'm rambling, but that's what it is. Her protections just aren't good enough for me to put her anywhere else except good luck. She got damage, and if you know how to string her combos together, then great for you. But you're are you really going to be able to just combo people for free in a no war?
I've seen a little bit more, not personally on T1s, but I've seen more of like where her protections can put her. It's a little bit foreshadowing, but I would place her just below Warrior as her placement, what she can do in the T1s. So I would put her at the pretty good. Trust, trust.
Okay, all right.
Suck Dracania. You want to take the lead on that one?
Yeah, I main suck Dracania on T1s. Obviously, before the patch or before the nerf, she was meta. She was the best class on T1s. Now I would put her, even with the nerfs, into like the bottom of strong. If you stack your ions, then you will do just fine on damage. Outside of that, she really doesn't bring much else like with damage. Like she does basically nothing without the ions on T1s. And then she does a really good job with healing, which is
Mhm.
my primary reason for even using her is to try to stay alive as long as possible to call, because I shot call as well. Um, and just based off of that, I would put her in strong. But she's no longer in the position to where, like, if you are a bad player, and I've seen it, players who just aren't that good that I know, and they would do well on Dracania. She's way past that. Like, there's nights that I don't even do that well on Dracania anymore. So she's either very high on pretty good, or she's very low on strong. Then just like
Low
how I
on strong.
view, yeah, this how I view Awakening Dracania. She could be pretty good, but I think she's going to be at the very bottom of that. Um,
Yeah.
all right, and then Awakening Guardian is pretty interesting because I have not seen that many Awakening Guardians. The only one that I've seen is in our guild, and she's on defense, so I rarely am able to see her.
Once again, just me, just watching a lot of videos on pretty much all of these classes and where they just play all around. But once it comes to T1s, I'm not sure if we have enough information on that. But if it transfer over well, I would say like good luck at best.
At best, like if
At
you
best.
know just going off of what you see, okay.
Or like low pretty good.
I mean, isn't like Awakening more so based off of like buffing and shit like that, or am I missing something? Am I dumb as shit for saying that? Like she
No,
got
not necessarily. She does everything Suck Guardian does. It's just
slower,
man, I think yeah, it's just slower. And I don't know, it's like Suck Guardian is just like the more potent version of her.
right?
The grab, it sends you forward. She has the same ability that Suck Guardian does. It's just
Here's a
not
good
as a
question:
good
does
version.
Awakening and Guardian have two grabs? I know she has two different grabs, but do they count as the same cooldown when she grabs people
That's a
or
good
attempts to
question.
grab?
You don't have the information on that.
So you think that's our first NA? Because I'm not going
Yeah,
to
yeah,
go off
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
I can't go off
yeah.
of what I think would transfer. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Suck Guardian
Uh,
is I think it's pretty easy. I think she's meta. Her damage is
yeah,
crazy. Her
Next
damage
one.
is crazy. All right.
Next.
All right. Oh, Awakening Hash. Um
um,
which one has the
some
better
of
tornadoes?
Suck Hash is the annoying one.
That's just where I
Whoa,
believe.
whoa, 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 whoa,
I'm
whoa,
just I'm just
go to.
saying it. I'm just saying.
Okay, all right. So Awaken, he has to grab. He would fit well on somewhere like a flex sort of area. His spin is really good. I think it has a slow on it. He has like a lot of combos going into the spin, out of the spin. I would put it somewhere between pretty good and good luck.
I will put Awaken and Hash. I've am pretty good. And
Okay.
I'll actually, and when we figure out, who goes where, I have a feeling of where I know where I'll put him. I would put but as far as like talking about them, I've seen them before. Well, they're pretty annoying. They are a really good flex class, just like any or most assassin classes. Um, they could get in and get out. When I think of Hash, period, and that's why I brought up the tornadoes, is how good are they at are destroying rebuilding structures. Um,
Hmm.
those tornadoes are ridiculous. Like, and the fact that you could just throw them in there and then run away, be completely safe, and then go back and throw it in there and run away, completely be safe, and those tornadoes are going to tear it down without the help is pretty crazy. Um, so for that and almost that alone, because that is so important to me. You know how I am with keeping pressure on gills, not letting them repair, not letting them do shit. Their night has to be over. You can't let them linger. Um,
Hmm.
it's kind of like a sports. It's just like you could let a bad team or a team that you're better than hang around, and then they'll find a way to beat you. So
Hmm.
like I don't like letting gills hang around. I think Hash is one of, if not the best classes on making sure that that doesn't happen as far as Succession Hash, and that's why I wanted them to go meta. Now, how do you feel about Succession Hash?
Bro, those tornadoes are crazy. MT ones, LT ones, but as we hear, they do way too much damage. He doesn't even have to be around you to kill you. You can just leave them there, run away, just let the tornadoes take the way. But I would say it's most definite. But I don't really see many people go crazy on him. Like that's the real deciding factor. But I think when it comes to his kit and what he provides, he was perfectly made for T1s. But I would say it's the highest strong possible, but not quite meta.
Yeah, I mean, I can see where you're coming from, just because like it isn't like I'm going based off of the structures. Everything else is kind of like, what does he do better than, I guess, DK, or whatever the case may be. So like I'm putting way too much emphasis on one thing. I would just People talk about me making everybody re-roll. If I could, if I was actually like that, I would make my entire flex team suck hashes just to see how damaging a fucking base would be. As far as like the efficiency of it, but I see what you mean. We can put them here. I'm basing just way too much off of the structure damage. Now we got Kuno. If you would like,
There.
I could 5 seconds with this for both classes. I have no idea. I have no idea.
Oh, okay. So, I've been talking about like, since we've been like July, August to now. Once upon a time there was a pretty cold awaken Kuno. Somewhere with like pretty good to good luck on this one. And you don't have anything about awaken?
I know the kid. I've seen. We had a member a long time ago. Obviously not here anymore. This was back in Texas. They were okay. They weren't absolute shit. So based off of that, you could put them in good luck. But that's awakening. Succession, I would imagine. Does she have bleeds like Succession Ninja does? Like her debuffs and bleeds and all of that?
I don't really think she needs that. Like she just chunks. Chunks. Most definitely succession would be way higher. I would put succession somewhere like low strong, high pretty good. But I mean,
That's crazy. That
hey, you be looking at them
T1s?
scores? Yo, you be looking at them scores.
Who?
See, you don't be fighting them. You don't be fighting them. You got to talk about that later.
I don't even
Uh,
see them.
okay, so boom, right? Awaken, put her before the Corsair, and good luck. And Succession, I would put like High pretty good above the archer for now.
Okay. Uh, Lon, Awakening Lon. Lon has been my bane since the beginning of me playing the game. I hate Lon, because I just think she's good. Even with the nerfed grab, it's still kind of scuffed, like in a way that it's broken. Like it still does shit that it's not supposed to do. Um, Damage, don't really see a lot of lines. Lon has never really been incredible in Note Wars anyway, but I think if you put her in a good position, she could be pretty good. As far as like you put her on like flex, or you put her on defense as a roamer, or even
Hmm.
deny team. Deny team would be really good, or I guess for other people would be defensive flex. Um, she would be really good there because she can get into places that a lot of people can get into. So if they got a cannon, for example, in a weird spot, she could get there. Um,
Hmm.
so she has a lot of utility. Is she going to drop 60, 70, 80 kills? I think that's a challenge for some of the better lines in the game. Maybe give it a try when you murk out. If you happen to watch this video and you're a Siege player, you guys know who you are. But she, despite the kills, she could go negative and still have a really, really, really good day. So me personally, I would put her in the either top of good luck or bottom of pretty good.
Uh, yeah, yeah. Bottom pretty good. I don't know. I
Okay.
don't think we've seen him enough, low key.
Yeah, have we see, I'm going based off of utility and what I basically call during a no war or something like that. Or just like obviously with people being more tanky, she has some survivability with the iframes and the super armors. How that shit
Hmm.
really strings together. I don't know the difference between that and Succession. Succession, I have no idea. I just know that the damage ain't shit because the one time we have fought is the Succession line, they comboed me and I was literally just sitting there letting them hit me, just trolling. Um,
Uh,
so
top
yeah, I
top good
wouldn't say
luck,
good
and
luck.
then Sucklon NA.
Yeah, yeah, I could. Boom, boom. Maywa, both is NA for me. I don't think I've seen a Maywa, or
Top
maybe one.
top of good luck for Awaken because we've been fighting one. Um, Mostly on my side, some flex. They've been doing a little bit of work, but it's not like a complete sell. But I'm not sure on Succession Lawn. I mean Succession Midwell.
You said the top of good luck.
Yeah,
She
yeah,
could still, she could still get rid of traps and shit like that. She has less
yeah,
protections than Musa. I've heard though.
yeah. I think I'm not sure which one it is, but one of them is like a high and forward guards,
Okay.
and that could be detrimental when everybody is just throwing down a whole metric buttload of damage. And then and oh, we have Mooses now. How you feeling about this?
I think this is pretty easy with at least Awakening Musa. He's meta. That's where 99% of people are rolling to, including my guild. At this, I mean, I ain't gonna say too much on that just because we know the trolling behind it, but um, Musa, Awakening Musa is pretty fucking busted. His damage is crazy. He can pop your traps. He can, obviously he's fast as fuck, so he can get in and out. He is tanky because it's T1s. He can be in any situation in the Note War and do well. You can put him anywhere. He's probably he's really up there with the best classes. I don't know where I'll put him. Like, there's going to be pretty interesting conversation between Awakening Zerk and Awakening or Musa,
Hmm.
as who's the best. But if we have to go off of results, then Awakening Musa would probably be the best. If we're talking about straight up kills.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. He's
yeah.
top G.
All right. Um, and then Succession Musa, he can do pretty much everything I just said about Awakening Musa except killing people.
Yeah, he does. You can feel it. I'll put him somewhere like top, top, mid, pretty good ish. Um, yeah, somewhere around there. And as far as like the Awakened Musa, we do have people that try to pull up with the Awakened Musa. They do very well, but with those individuals, they play a variety of classes, and I think you'll be surprised eventually once we get to those classes on where they fit uh in the tier list. Next, we got a Awakened Mystic.
Awakening Mystic is you're selling if you're playing her.
Uh, yeah, I don't. I would think she's at the top of your selling because one time we did fight one. The slows she has can be pretty good. She has like a DR increase, which doesn't do anything, but it is a pretty sure it's a SA, and that in itself means you can just sit there and just hold it and reposition. And that slow when you drop it down on a ball fight can be pretty huge. But yeah, yeah, top of your selling for sure.
Yeah. And then with Awakening or Succession Mystic, obviously she's one of the more broken classes in the game. How that translates to T1s. At first we had no idea, because surprisingly there weren't too many people that play Succession Mystic on T1s. I've seen her do average with fighting a Succession Mystic, who and that player I'm not even gonna say anything past that. But there um, but then we got Merc. Can we give that Merc their flowers? Like, can I say their name?
You had a Merc? No, it wasn't a Merc.
Yeah, it was. It was literally a Merc from Flow.
Oh, okay, no, yeah. So
Ankles.
then we got okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. We got two examples. Yeah, we can leave ankles in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got two examples. I'm saying low strong right before Dracania.
Yeah, yeah, that's where I was about to put them. Yeah, I've seen Mystics, Succession Mystics do bad, and then I've seen them do incredible, like top frag.
Yeah.
So it
I
really
think
depends on the player.
and I think for like reference, I think I pulled up with a Suck Mystic one time and you had a Suck Drac and I think I was right below you and we were like the main top frags at that time. And that
I
was crazy to
believe it.
see.
I forgot that
That was
you bring your fucking Mystic every once in a while. So
yeah.
yeah, we got three examples. So yeah, okay, all right.
Uh
And then Awakening Ninja. I think it's pretty clear. We know that Succession Ninja is better for T1s as far as like overall damage output. Um, and then just being annoying, and it's not as strong as what I used to think it was. But we're on Awakening Ninja right now. Just Awakening Ninja just doesn't provide nearly as much damage as Succession Ninja does. Succession Ninja though, you need a lot of thumbs to make it work. Because from what I'm told, the protections don't work out the same. He's a lot less protected. But as opposed
yeah.
to, I mean, now that I'm saying that, I see what you mean with Awakening Dracania. Because she's not super protected either.
Mhm.
But she can put out damage. It's just that Ninja's damage in Succession is going to like the bleeds and shit. It's fucking
Mhm.
his E buff is like perma bleeds on every hit. Like you can't heal, and obviously on T1's healing is pretty fucking important. So Awakening Ninja, he's not really providing anything. I 100% believe he needs to be in either the very very bottom of good luck. um, I don't think he is as good as any of these classes we have in good luck. So I would honestly put him in your selling. Like there's no reason to be Awakening Ninja unless you are just so stubborn on not playing Succession Ninja on T1s.
Ah, if you go on that route, I'm saying top good luck.
Top of good luck for Awakening Ninja?
Yeah.
What's your reasoning?
I'm really just trying to debate on if we like our ninjas have pulled up on Awaken or not,
They
as well
haven't.
as okay, we fought a pretty good guild with some ninjas in it, but I'm pretty sure those were all succession. So yeah, somewhere in good, somewhere in good luck.
That what you just explained just literally said he needs to go into you're throwing the match. If we have not ran into an awakening ninja or the ninjas we have ran into were all succession, then what does that tell you? I genuinely believe the only time you would see an awakening ninja, I think that if you looked at the guild name, then it would make sense on why they're an awakening ninja as opposed to succession.
I would say once we have that information, he would say like I would put Guardian, Awakened Guardian, pretty good luck. But I would put the Ninja even higher than that. I don't think we have enough information about
We
both of them.
do.
So I'm not.
I've seen it. Unlike Awakening Guardian, I've seen Awakening Musa or Ninja on T1s, and they've never done well. I would say we've probably
Yeah, yeah,
had in the guild one really good Awakening Ninja, and even then he didn't outperform any of the Succession ninjas. Again, we're not dropping names, so it's really hard for me to give you that example right now.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I personally have seen, at the most them drop like 20 kills.
Oh yeah, yeah. Good luck. Somewhere in good luck.
All right. Very bottom. Succession Ninja is strong. I think it's strong. We've already kind of
Yeah.
covered what he brings to the table.
I was thinking between the hash and the DK.
Yeah, that makes sense. After this buff, I would say he's behind DK for sure.
Hmm. But she's probably getting nerfed as well.
But she's not.
Huh?
She's not nerfed right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. Touche.
And then now we got Awakening Nova. Um,
Um, just don't got enough damage. Kind of due to water. Even the
yeah,
people that play really good at her just can't do enough.
yeah,
It's kind of a sell.
yep, yep. She has some utility. She has that damn
But
vortex, but
above
other
the
than that,
Mystic though.
I mean, we still got to go through all of this.
Okay.
Yeah. Suck Nova. Believe it or not, I think there's some conversation to be had about this. I know where I'll put her,
Nope.
but
Nope. Meta.
I was about to say she's meta. She's definitely meta, but like she's not where she was. Like I'm
Yeah.
seeing some people who used to really dominate on Suck Nova like struggle now. Um. All right, what the fuck is this Ranger? Yep,
Yeah.
Ranger.
Wicked Ranger.
Awakening Ranger. We know some dogs that play Awakening Ranger. Some absolute dogs. But how is the class actually? I think Awakening Ranger's damage is pretty fucking solid. She still does have some range, obviously, because her main hand. Um, but I really can't. I don't think it's really fair to say the class is as strong as we think it is when really the only people who play Awakening Ranger are some of the better Rangers. I ain't gonna say in the game, but like they really know what the fuck they're doing. Basically, it's hard to judge
Uh,
the class because only really good players play it. Like that's literally
see.
how I see it.
Uh. Uh. See, but that's Suck Nova though. We only know really good Suck Novas on our side.
Cat. Yeah, in the guild, right? There's
Right or
some
wrong,
bad
yeah.
Suck Novas, bruh.
Nah, cause like we only know the best side of the Suck Nova, so that's why she there. Right or wrong?
Wrong. I've seen like
Oh,
we fought Suck Novas. There's plenty of Suck Novas. I can't say too much. There's Suck Novas, dude, that don't
that's
do
dog
what
water.
they do. That they're actually bad, and
See,
they would make it look like the class isn't really much to worry about. That's how bad they
what
are.
I'm gonna say strong for Awakened Ranger, just for the simple fact I just don't think people are really taking enough advantage of her kit. She can fight from range, she can stay protected and fucking montage your ass and grab you. All essayed, and she's about to get another essay, but that's not included in this. Was definitely strong, without a doubt.
Yeah, she's definitely was either going to be strong or meta for me. And yeah, we know that you're going to get montage. I think. Well, I haven't. but somebody in this chat asked. But yeah, Wicked and Ranger. We'll figure it out, but she's somewhere up here or over here. Um. Okay. All right. Succession Ranger. Uh, it's not as good as Awakening. But she has so many uses. I would argue that because of Succession and the damage, she probably even has more uses than Awakened Ranger. And she's just like, actually no, that's cap. That's cap.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
because
cap.
I think it's equal though, right? Because like the Waken Ranger is like flex kind of situation, as well as the Succession is like annexes, maybe a little bit of ball fight, but you don't really want either of those in the thick of a situation, like the thick of a fight.
I mean, Awakener, and see, that's what I'm saying. Only Rangers that we see that's Awakening are really good. They know what they're doing. They're not playing it for fun. Um, it has one of the highest skill curves in the game, Awakening Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
So that's probably why. Um, I would put Succession Ranger high, very, very high on pretty good.
Whoa, Hound pretty good.
Very high on pretty good or low on strong. I don't think she. Yeah, yeah. Nah, now that I think about
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah. Because we ain't never see. I mean, like one thing I'm also going by is I checked last night. I was talking about it a little bit. It's like the scores never, never seen one close to like top 10.
what you mean with Ranger
Succession, yeah,
Succession?
Succession.
You said with top 10 and what?
Well, just like doing top 10 in a guild.
Right. I mean, but I've seen them drop 40 to 50 kills recently in this guild. I've seen that.
Succession.
It's Succession Ranger. Yes.
Oh, oh, oh,
Yes.
oh. Okay, okay. But on that night, was there not other classes like our strong and our metas outperforming it by a like a huge curve to where the kills are even higher, annexes are even higher with less deaths compared to something like the Suck Ranger.
I don't. So I look at Suck Ranger's performance not even on if she gets the annex kill, but like the actual damage she's putting on without the ball
Hmm.
having to put themselves at risk. She may not get the kill, but we're going to get the flame tower kill because, and it's going to be efficient because of the ranger. But no, I mean, I think Succession Ranger will drop kills. I've seen it recently. Now, before I've seen it, I would have put her like maybe lower on pretty good. But
Yeah,
because what
pretty.
she brings to the table, and because I've seen those kills, so my mind's been changed there. And the fact that she could sit on top of shit and just destroy a fort for free, and you're gonna have to go all the way up to it, go out of your way to go get that ranger. Um, I think that she's definitely high tier, pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
We can figure it out. And then uh, Awakening Sage.
Um, shit. He used to be really good. I used to play him as if he was meta. To a certain extent, some nights.
He wasn't meta
I don't.
back then.
Yeah, he kind of exists in a space, and I have seen him compete in the same spot amongst the strongs. That's probably where I weigh in. Probably like low strong, somewhere in there.
Low strong.
Yeah,
I agree. I don't think enough people play him. I think that people are sleeping on him because his protections got nerfed. But he does really good on T1s if you know what you're doing. He still does damage too. Succession, I have I've seen probably a couple of Succession sages. I don't know why I can't fucking think of that. And nah. Uh nah.
nah, nah.
I don't think you're
Ooh,
selling, but I think it's more so of a good luck.
this shit is meta.
Really?
It is meta.
I cannot put Succession Sage on the same boat with fucking
Just
Suck Nova, Suck Guardian, Awakening Zerk, and Awakening Musa.
yo,
Nah.
you seen what our Suck Sage has been doing?
That was Suck Sage or Awakening Sage?
Yo, Suck Sage, no lie, Suck Sage. The night where I almost beat what's his face, right? I was 10 below a Suck Sage. And then we had another person do the same thing, outbeat me on a Musa on a Suck Sage. And then in the other guilds, we looking at T1 scores. They're doing better than
How do you
these
know
like
that it's Succession
Rangers.
as opposed to fucking Awakening?
Yo, Suck Sage. I think it's one of those picks where people just don't know enough about it yet, and there are some. We've been fighting a lot of Suck Sages. I just think they just not going crazy.
All right, I
I'm
want
saying this because like,
whoever watches the video, bruh. All three people. Whoever watches the video to know that this is all Barry. This is all forewarned. This is
yeah,
all level 4. Okay, you think it's
it's
meta.
going
I think
it's
it's
going to
high
be
strong, bro. I can't put it in meta. I'm sorry. Like you,
it's going to be the highest strong by the end of this. But yeah, if it's not meta right now, it's going to be real soon. If any of the other metas get nerfed, it's going to be the next pick.
all right. And
Uh,
then as far as Awakening Sork,
no, wait. Place it in meta first before you put it back to your selling, just for the you know who.
right?
Okay. Let's talk about it. Bongos are really strong. You don't have a no grab, but it's still good. Good heals. The buffs it provides every like 2 to 3 minutes is really strong. Kai.
Oh, Shy gotta go to your selling. Yeah, the buffs are cool, but like stacking like the health buff that gives you like 1,000 extra HP or 2,000, whatever crazy ass that doesn't work on T1s. Unless it's for low health classes.
Mhm.
For the speed buff, a wizard or a witch can do that. For the heals, witch or wizard can do that. And it's also well, is it better? I don't know, but either or, if you see a Shy 9 times out of 10, it's on their defense team and a flame tower or something. Shy mains typically don't know how to play the other classes, so they stick with their Shies. The bongos are really good, but when you can get melted at range because you're not a DP meme anymore, because T1s everybody's tanky, right? But they're not fucking a DP being tanky. So
Mhm.
a Shy could get melted on T1s as opposed to what she originally thinks. It's she just doesn't work the same way on T1s. And then she doesn't do enough damage in her skills to be viable, like, say, Aura Senpai or something like that. Like, she doesn't do enough damage. She doesn't have the AP, she doesn't have the attack damage and the skills. Even though she has a lot of hits, it doesn't matter. I will say, maybe, and we never seen a Shy do it, maybe she can really help with structure damage just because all of those hits.
Mhm.
But honestly, that's really, really reaching and trying to give Shy a fair chance. There's a billion better classes to play. We
Mhm.
could put them in meta for memes, but we know it's here. Um,
uh, Wick and Sork. I think this is kind of an easy one.
yeah,
I'm gonna just. I. What do you think though?
strong.
Yeah. Yeah. She just doesn't die. I think early on, it's harder for her to one combo, but as things go on, it's easier for her.
To get the
No
kills.
matter, yeah, right. No matter what the number of people she fights, pretty much, she just doesn't die. I think that is super important, and as it goes on, she just gets stronger with it. But I wouldn't quite say it's meta.
Yeah,
There is still better choices, but yeah, somewhere
yeah.
in strong.
And then Succession Sork, that's a sell to me. Um,
We had somebody that really did something. I say good luck.
yeah, but you're talking about somebody who knows the game in and out. This isn't a class that you I mean, have we seen this with any of the other your selling classes? Do well with the Suxork? No, but can you really base it off of that, or are you gonna go by the kit?
No, yeah,
A
by the kit it's protected. It's forward guard. I mean, I seeing how I used to love Suck I kind of understand. I just wanted to see it happen, so like I asked for a clip and I forgot it. But yeah, it's like the lowest good luck possible.
or the
It's not a
highest you're
complete sell.
selling. It's not a complete sell. That's because the one person that's ever played Succession Sork with
Yo,
T1s is a good
cool.
player.
No, no, they went crazy with it.
Crazy.
Not top frag, but for what if you know? Well, see, yeah, with the kid, I think it is a safe class. It does a good amount of damage. It has a ranged knockdown. I think the only other class that have that might be a ranger or archer. It can do damage to a fort. It can go into a fort and just continuously just forward guard, SA. No, not yeah. It could
So
heal off
can
multiple people. Most definitely good luck.
so can Awaken and Sork with most of what you just said, but better and actual
Yeah,
damage.
yeah, yeah.
It's
That's
like
why it's
to
better.
me, Suck Sork fits kind of where Nova does. Not really with protections, but as far as like, um, just the damage. So like she can't do enough. But who knows? I mean, maybe you're
Well, hey,
right.
I'm a fuck around and tag the suck sword.
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll see how that goes. That might be your match right there. That might be the end of your reign. Um, all right, and then Awakening Striker is also pretty easy to me. Um,
Yeah.
Strong.
Hmm.
Yep. All right. Succession Striker is now I'm a hypocrite here because what you just said with Sork about the performance that we saw and basing a lot of what you got based off of that performance, that's kind of where I feel with Suck Striker. The performance I did see from a really, really good striker, like a really good striker.
Hmm.
Um, they turned the game off. Like that's how bad it was.
Mm. It is. I think in certain situations, you can only go off the information of just like one person because if not, it's going to be an NA or selling. But yeah, I'd say it's right there with Suxork.
I think it's worse than Sucksork. If Sucksork is barely skimming off the top and getting to good luck, Suck Strikers in your selling. I'm sorry. I don't know. Are you trying to be nice? Like no. What does he bring to the table that would say good luck? He doesn't do the
Everything
damage. He doesn't do damage. I'm telling you, he doesn't.
less damage, the same amount of protections. That forward guard he has, the Kamehameha is like it's like a 2 to 3 part Kame like a forward guard. He does everything Wake Striker does. He just doesn't have like the spiral cannon, which I think is like a KD. It goes through forward guards. Like he fits well into like a flex position
But he
or
didn't.
into a
I'm
bullfight.
telling the striker was in flex and he turned his game off. That
Okay,
should tell
yeah,
you that should tell you everything you
right,
need to know.
right above that Nova.
uh Waking the Tamer, uh
Do we have enough information about either spec tamer? Because we
Succession
fought one
Tamer,
and
no. Awaken the Tamer definitely. Like Awaken the Tamer has its uses. If you could put yourself in good spots, then you can be viable. Her alt is still, I think, to this day pretty good. It used to be very destructive. That was like the one thing, like, and I'm a name drop the guild because I have a lot of respect for them, despite any of the bullshit. But Foul, uh, anybody who's fought Foul back then, when they were like at their best, they would know that Foul's ball was kind of like their weak point. But their shot caller who made Tamer made the ball work. And the Foul didn't have a lot of good players outside of their flex. They had a lot of people who were new to the game. They didn't have a gear score requirement. So the shot caller basically had to carry with the calls. And even if they were bad players, the players, if they listened, then they would still be pretty effective. But um they basically, from what I remember, a lot of the balls pause. A lot of the fights went their way when it came to a ball to ball fight, because they played off of the Tamer's ult. So basically, long story short, she has the utility to be in good luck. Um,
Yeah.
Succession, I have no idea though.
I know we fought a Awakened Tamer not too long ago that did well. I think I saw the score for it. Um, yeah, it wasn't too bad. It's good luck for sure.
Yeah, people would say put it in your selling, but that's just I think at that point memes. And the Succession is definitely not. We have I have you ever? I've never even seen a Succession tamer. Like ever since the Succession came out, probably the week after that drop, I've never seen a Succession tamer after that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Valk, Awakening
Um,
Valk, really good alt. Her got some buffs, got some heals, but doesn't really apply too well with T1s just because of how the caps are. Uh, Me personally, that's a good luck. How do you feel?
ooh, originally, um, I gotta go back to my old tier list I just made. I had her low strong, but I'm saying like pretty good. I would say pretty good, high pretty good for Awaken, low pretty good for Succession.
Succession, I would put her bottom of good luck and then Awakening top of good luck or pretty good luck.
We we just fought a Valk that couldn't be CC'd. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't remember the score because I don't think we saw it, but that in itself is a gift to have when you're being chased around by like three, four people. So most definitely, you got to get a little bit of respect.
Then Succession, Valka should be. And then Awakening Warrior. Uh, I'm actually a Warrior main. Barry plays Warrior. But honestly, not too much to say. I mean, he could get in, get out. He's very protected. He's
Hmm.
combo based class, and combos on T1s aren't really unless you like you're. I'm talking about the sweatiest of warriors, like the best of the best in the game, who knows how to incorporate their pre awaken into their combo and like keep a player on the ground. Um, they could really do well with like getting somebody from 5,000 health to zero, even with the T1 cap. But how are you going to have the time to get that combo out? That's kind of what I'm looking at. Warriors either going to be on flex or he's going to be in frontliners, kind of just like any other situation. I mean, I've seen Warriors on defense too. He has some utility. I think he's like what I think he incorporates a lot of what or not incorporates. I think he is basically a pretty balanced class for T1s. But you got to know how to play them. You can't be a I've seen really good warriors come down to T1s and at max drop 40 to 50 kills. He's not going to be your top fragger unless he's taking a lot of kills. Or you suck. Your guild's not that good.
I'm thinking low strong.
Yeah, I would say top are pretty good. Um, when I'm talking about the best warriors. Just gonna name drop. You got Perv. He came down.
Hey,
Obviously, he was new, but the warrior who's been on T1s for a minute is Forgive, and he put in work, but he's not. He wasn't going stupid.
we had a warrior that was going stupid. I go crazy, you go crazy at times. It's most definitely better than what anything that can be provided than pretty good to me.
Looking at it. Okay.
Like we had a warrior that didn't even come down. That just when they pick it up. Oh, as well as like we got yeah strong for sure. We got two warriors that's just chilling, doing their thing.
Um, Next up would be Succession Warrior.
There's only two of them in the game. They don't exist on T1s,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
I was just about to say that. Not necessarily two in the game. I was gonna say, but more so, they're definitely not on T1s. Awakening Witch,
Um, I
and
don't
that
know which one is. I don't remember which one is the better one, but I think Succession is the better out of the two.
for T1s.
Yeah,
I
because
think
we had one.
yeah, and she did pretty good. I think Succession, which and this is going off of that player, doesn't do enough damage. Um,
I'm, I'm gonna say two because you said she. You're not thinking of the he. They both do. They both pop. I think one of them, the he popped off pretty well on Succession Witch.
I would say you can't really put any of these classes in your selling for sure, or good luck, because of what they provide with healing and things like that. So from there on, you're going to get either pretty good to strong. With Awakening Witch, I would say she's. I don't know.
I think good luck.
Especially after the fucking what's that, the reworks. I think
Hmm.
she one of the few classes that got worse. Um, so yeah, I think Awakening Witch will probably be good luck, but top of it because she still got the heals and everything like that. Succession. I was questioning at first, but after seeing the results and remember the results, then yeah, you could put her um there. And then Awakening is definitely better than Witch. And I know I'm going through it fast, but it's just more so like they're pretty much the same class. He got a grab. That's pretty much the only
I think
difference.
I think it's undeniable that we like with the wizards we've had that he is better
Right.
than Succession Witch.
Oh yeah, for
Well,
sure.
we'll get around to that.
Yeah. And then Succession Wizard. Haven't really seen a lot on T1s.
Hmm.
Mainly because of his damage. But again, it's definitely better than the Witch. Um
Hmm.
so with your selling, I think Shy is going to be at the very bottom of that. Um, and then Awaken and Corsair is going to be better than Awaken and Mystic.
Mm.
And then she's also going to be better than Awaken and Nova. And she's also going to be better than Awaken and Striker. And
Mm.
this is how I would view the list for your
I'll put
selling.
the just off the. Well, I think not only does Awaken Mystic have the slows, she has like the Vortex, as well as Awakening Nova has both of those, and those can be pretty viable. So
That's ball to ball fights though, to where that's actually really really important. You could get people all together and then burn them. But when you think of actual like tearing down structures and the rest of what a no war brings, Corsair still has the range, and she could throw her down, those damn otters and shit, and they do damage too. Um, I think that's then again she's in your selling, mind you. So it's not like this is like incredible, but it just provides more than I think a slow or a because everybody has slows. If you could add on slows, like it's but you and not everybody can do what Corsair can do. I would say that maybe now that you mention it, Striker could be a little
yeah,
bit lower.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and maybe then that's perfect.
Hmm. All right. Yeah. Good luck is like I would put starting from the Tamer.
I think
I'll put
Awakening
it.
Tamer.
Yeah, I
Alright.
would. I would put Suxorp to the bottom. Um, Awaken Ninja before the Corsair. Um, Ninja Pass the Kuno.
That's interesting.
That's Awaken Lawn.
Yep.
Leave her where she's at. I'll move the Meiwa to just below the lawn. and yeah, the witches. Yeah, that looks solid to me. What about you?
Yeah, now it looks good to me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep.
Yep. Okay. Um, pretty good. It's gonna be hard. I got the most classes here. Um,
Yeah. Um.
wait. You
Who
did that one.
who would be at the?
Let me
Okay.
start off
Okay.
with that. Okay, this is
Okay.
how I would view it. Um, hold up. Let me just move. What's this? Awakening DK? Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. All right. Ranger. Um, God put Succession Witch up here for the heals, somewhere over here. Awakening Wizard definitely above her. Valk below both of them. Um, Musa somewhere near the bottom. Zerk is fine. Probably move him above DK, that's for sure. And Valk for sure. For sure. Dracania, I already I told her you bottom. Awakening Hash, Valk near the bottom. Actually, I'll put Awakening Dracania over Valk. I do not like Succession Valk at all. Succession Wizard, I think because of the hills, everything got yeah. Oh wait, I have no idea about her. So I'm obviously she's going to get switched, but all right. So this is how I would look at it.
Yeah.
Now, yeah.
I'm gonna try to meet you down the middle. I think the Valk being that low behind the witch and the wiz when she has heals, attack speed buff, 100%. She can move around by herself. She can fight by herself. Is is
Awakening Wizard
disrespect.
could do that too. Now, Succession
Uh,
Wizard. Hold up. I'll
she
give you
she's
that.
behind. She's with the mobility. She can damage people by herself. She's actually scary by herself. She can 100% into a group, get them grouped up. Is she's above all the casters, and she can heal as well.
To me, that's just wrong. Maybe flip bang, and this is me being very very generous, right? Because I don't think she's better than Awaken and Hash, or I don't think she's better than. I mean, Zerk's 200 with Succession is more valuable than her 100, I would think, but she can do it her 100 infinitely. So cool, you got that. I think this should be swapped though. But she's definitely not better than Awakening Wizard. That's for sure.
Easy.
That's
I
for
used to
sure
be
she's not.
scared. Yo, they hurt. Like months ago, we fought one. We fought one, and then we had somebody roll to it. Didn't do half bad, but like I think to be able to do everything the other casters can do and have a
But
grab
not as
and be
well.
offensive
It's not a
and be defensive. That's like a quality the casters don't have is mobility, being defensive and offensive all at once, and fighting into a ball. That's just
I've
something they don't
never
have.
seen an Awakening Wizard do bad on T1s. And there's been a lot. I've seen some Awakening Wizards drop and be one of our top frags before. Never seen that with a Valk. Or the one time I did see it with a Valk was like a fucking wasn't even like a real fight.
Okay. So, all right, that's solid.
Yeah,
I think that
I cannot. Yeah, I could not put her above.
I think is the Ranger over the Archer. I feel like that's cap.
Ranger over the Archer's cap.
So what she can do is a lot more, but like I mean,
I
yeah,
mean,
like what
look,
she could do is more, but
I was low key wanting to put Archer in strong. So, but Rangers, they're like they're neck and neck. Their ass touching each other. They're right there. They're right there. Like they're right there together. That's how I view. When it comes to overall, like what the Archer can do, uh, um, it's less
he
than
can hold his
Ranger, but he got more damage. I
That
would
as
say.
well as he can hold his own when somebody comes towards him. Whereas like a Suck Ranger, they're just they're squashed as soon as you touch them. As soon as you get to them and you see some like it's a lot easier to kill a Suck Ranger compared to a archer.
Survivability is your main thing. I got
Yeah.
you.
So the continue to move down. That's just fine. Is what's holding the weight behind the Berserker, the 100%?
The 200%. I mean, the 100% too. Doesn't he stomp it to the ground to stun everybody?
Yeah, I meant
Yeah.
the spin.
Oh yeah, that's 200.
All right.
Yeah, it's not like you definitely got to play off of it. Like you can't just Zerker can't just do it like he could in 2-2s and just destroy everybody. It definitely needs to be like, okay, they're pushing in, but the ball's also right with them. Um, because they, it's not as much damage, but it will kill people. I've seen it work. That's why I mean you don't be in chat because you lead flex. But I always say like that's one of our biggest weaknesses is not playing off of our BSRs. And
What? I lead flex. That's crazy. Keep going.
um yeah, so with Zerker, you got to play off of his 200%. You can't just let him solo dolo. All right, so
The
going to strong. This is going to be
well,
interesting.
the last one is that I will put Kuno right after Zerker.
I have no information on Succession Kuno, so if that's what you believe, that's what. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
all right. Now how would you do this? Because I did put a bare minimum.
You. All right, I'm gonna start from the dang. To be honest, I think Sork is bottom of strong. Or like, but I know that's a little wrong. Um, like say just top. Like Hash is fine. Waking Ranger would be on the lower end, but before the DK. Suck Ninja would be just right before Ranger. Suck Mystic would be behind.
Wait. Okay. So Ranger will be on the lower end, but she will still be before DK, right?
Yeah.
All right, and then you said Sork would you said it's wrong, so we'll have to talk about
Yeah.
that. All right,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Suck Sage at
uh,
top. Um, all right, Suck Mystic where?
um. Let's go back to the ninja.
Okay.
Let's put him right after the ranger. Let's move the mystic. Um. Just before. No, just after DK. Ah. Suck Shrek before the sage. Yeah. I would move Striker up to before Dracania, and then the warrior before Dracania, and then Sage before the ninja, and then yeah, I don't know what to do with Sork. I think she just lives and doesn't die. That's about it.
All right, so me. All right, there's so much to flip here. Okay. All right,
Damn.
so I will put Awaken a Warrior at the bottom. I would think Sork would take his spot. I think she's better than Striker. Striker's damage isn't that incredible. Um, it's got nerfed, I think, on T1s. It doesn't do as much as it used to, but it can still, if they know what they're doing, they can still one combo you. Um, I actually think Warrior is better than Sage. I think Sage, Awakening Sage would be at the bottom. Based off what you're saying that the people that went crazy was Suck Sage. So the opposite of that would be at the bottom of that, or the opposite end, because both of them are not the same. Um, but okay. So this is gonna be let's just go one change at a time and see if we could meet somewhere in the middle or see where
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
coming
yeah.
from. Okay, so that first change was Warrior at the bottom. I didn't even think that he really needed to be in strong too much. I think that he has some survivability. Um, and then he just helps. Like he's not nothing like incredible enough to where like he doesn't do anything particularly superb. Like Dracania, I can say she outheals people's damage. So she's gonna
Hmm.
survive more than a lot of people on T1s. So like that's her S tier thing right there. Like she heals better than almost anybody in T1s outside of probably Zerker. So I cannot put Warrior above her.
Okay,
He
I can
you
I agree with you. And as a start for Warrior, as long as he's before Suck Mystic.
sure, because Suck Mystic is not that incredible. And then I think that Awakening Sage is behind Warrior. So
Oh,
if
you can move the Warrior.
yeah, so if you said
Yeah,
before Suck Mystic,
yeah.
now Awakening is I think behind. I think he is. I don't know. I really don't know, but I know that he ain't better than Warrior. One of these
Awaken
ain't
Sage.
better. Yeah, one of these ain't better than Warrior. So I can't put him
Um,
above.
Awaken. He'll be between the Warrior and the Mystic.
That's fair. And then the but is he better to suck Mystic? That's kind of crazy to me. And then Sork is definitely not at the bottom. That's just
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay.
She's better than Striker, that's for sure. Now, is this her final placement? I don't know. I don't even think if
Nah.
I
Okay.
don't think
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
better.
yeah. That's
Um,
safe. That's safe.
all right, and then Dracania, you take Ions away, she's not even in the strong. So there's only certain positions, but is she better than Ranger? I think so. I think ease of use also puts her up there. But I don't think she's better than a Suck DK. That's for damn sure. I think Suck DK is above her, and I think Ninja, Succession Ninja, actually he's fine. I think I think this is fine. I think this is fine. What?
I think something his is solid. Just
That damage is crazy, dude.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah,
I
no,
I would say
that's
that she's better than Striker. Me
whoa,
personally.
cap.
Me
Nah, you had it
personally.
right there. That's the money. That's the money right there for sure.
Me personally, I've just seen her pop off more than Striker. So that's all I'll say with that. Um, and in meta, honestly, I think it's fine where it's at.
Guardian before the Berserker.
Really,
Easy.
I don't think so. I think Guardian got all the damage in the world up there with Musa, but Berserker has way too much going for him. I I don't know if you should switch Berserker and Musa.
No, Moose is no, just like all right. So yeah, I understand the argument for Berserker the Guardian. He got speed, he got heals, he got range. He can CC while being an SA with that stomp shit you were talking about earlier.
He has damage.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
he
that's
does
all right.
crazy damage. Trust me.
Think he's not really protected while he's in Awakening because the little not the crab walk, but you could catch him like in real easy, which is
Yeah,
like the same for Guardian as well. And she does have fist movement. I get that,
Guardian's easier to
but
grab too.
yeah, but she's also a grab bot. Like
Awaken Zerger has what 3 grabs? Like what are we talking
yeah,
about?
but like if you gonna get grab berserker, you right next to him just being crazy, right? Like and if he does, so I learned a little bit of like awaken berserker's movement when he uses his attack speed, which is like his double whatever, his double punch whatever, and then he jumps into it. That's an iframe. I wanna like if he does that more than once, you can catch him out of it. Like if he double jumps while in awaken, you can catch him out of that. But with Guardian, she has a 4 guard where she holds the axe, she runs at them. I think it's called Juggernaut, and she could just grab you. But that's more of like if you're being a bot and you're just sitting at SA. But she can also sneak you. where like Awaken, he's gonna try to CC you from afar if like sneak you. But as far as Musa, easy. Like his speed just puts him past everything. So like a cheat code.
His speed can get caught up to by Warrior and Zerker. So I wouldn't even. I mean, I would say his damage is what makes him the best, and then the fact that he could get in and out, he could pop your traps like a fucking horse. And the slows, I mean, you got to hit him with a really good slow to make him ineffective. Like, it's really worth, if you know you're going up against a lot of Musas, right? This is just for T1 guilds. I would recommend doing, I would recommend putting down some slow traps. I know people don't really use them, but if you are going up against a guild with a pretty decent amount of Musas, 4 or 5, then slow traps really does help out. And then you could put some poisons down and maybe a stun because they're going to get caught. Um, with a stun if you slow them, it's a good chance. Uh, but outside of that, you can't really take away what Musa does. um, he's really effective. He's crazy.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I think the list is fine. I think this is definitely. I mean, it's not how I would put it, just because obviously agree to disagree somewhere in other places. But
Yeah.
um, this is definitely a good list for T1s
Okay.
for sure.
All right. So that right there is our combined effort to create what we think every class has to offer in T1s. Um, we just tried to meet down the middle right there, but we're gonna go to right now is I previously made my own tier list, which is kind of finalized. I didn't have an unknown section, but yeah, what's your thoughts about this right here?
All right, so is this like ordered, or is it just like you just put them in a certain tier?
It's it's not ordered too much, but yeah, it's not ordered too much.
Okay, I don't think Suck Sage is that high, and we've already talked about that. I just cannot. I just cannot put, like, even when you say that the Suck Sages that we've gotten are Saw, which it was not even confirmed. I'm pretty sure if we ask, we could see. But let's go with it and say that that is what it is. Like, those are some really good players. We're talking about players who have went on multiple classes and top frag with them in this guild, which is pound for pound probably the strongest guild on T1s right now. Um, that is more so on them rather than the class, I would say. So yes, Suck Sage would definitely be in strong. And then you got, is that Awakening DK?
Uh, yeah, because that one person, like they did die, they was beating ass, but yeah.
That was also, I'm pretty sure you're talking about that GVG that we have. That was off of T1s though. And
It was a node war, and we thought the person was like flagged up or something because they were red.
interesting. I don't remember that.
We fought that person like 2-3 times.
All right. Is that succession? No. Okay. All right. So, uh, Wake Ninja Con DK would be. You could say that they're strong. Depends how good the player is. Um, fucking Ninja, Awakening Ninja be higher than Succession Ninja is crazy. Draconia
I
doesn't
did
need to
that.
be. Yeah, you did.
Where's Suck Ninja? Oh yeah, that's crazy. I think I got that mixed up.
Okay, okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, so yeah, let's. So you mixed them up. That's cool. Awakening Draconia, being on the same tier as Swark is incredible to me. Um, Everything else looks okay. I don't know too much about Sukuno, so I can't really say much. That seems like some PC shit. Cause I know Kuno on console, I've been told countless times she just doesn't work. So maybe on PC she works better. Waken and Zerk not being better than Val, Draconia, um, That's pretty. Awakening Mystic, because that's Awakening Mystic. I'm assuming you mixed them up too.
Mhm.
Uh, okay, and then, but
No,
other
no,
than that,
that's Succession. That's Succession.
a Succession. Okay, cool. Um, yeah, okay, and then these thumbs, uh, Archer would. Archer's fine, I guess. If you keep him like right there at the top. Um, let's see. It's really not even like okay. I will put Hash a bit higher. I'll put probably him on lower end of strong. Um, like and then I think the rest of that's fine. Yeah, I think the rest of that's fine. Oh, you got Suck DK low as fuck. Suck DK's higher than Awakening DK.
It's Awaken DK.
No, this is Succession DK. This is Awakening DK.
Uh I meant to have Awaken Low. My
Okay, all
bad.
right. Well then, yeah, that would
Yeah.
make sense. So yeah. So if you switch them, then it makes perfect sense. Uh, and then salesman, I don't have really that much of an issue with it outside of we don't. Well, you kind of
The
got
the
trolling.
Suck Ranger.
Yeah, Suck Ranger definitely needs to be higher. Suck Witch, we've seen her do well. You convinced me to put her higher than what she needs to be. So her being down here is
That's
crazy.
Awaken. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, I got it mixed up again.
Yeah.
That meant to be
Okay.
Awaken.
All right, cool. I mean, even Awakening, which is pretty crazy because she all the hills and just shit like that. Which obviously we personally have done well without a lot of casters. In range classes, but I think both of those are needed. Um, I think that is actually I'm gonna stop there. And then with the trolling, that is you Suck Corsair. I think is higher than the other Corsair. Um, Everything else makes sense. Why did you put Awaken or fucking Succession Sork on trolling, but on our list you made the argument that she needs to be in good luck.
So I wasn't thinking about that person at the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So again, you're going off a person rather than reality.
Well, no, like a lot of iframes doesn't it does everything Awaken does. It just not enough like AoE CCs, not enough damage, doesn't have the Requiem, doesn't have the crows, so it's limited, but it can still do. Bottom good luck is solid.
Yeah, that would be a selling for me, but all right.
Any
Yeah.
ending points that you have about the tier list and what we meant for it?
I mean, me personally, the way that I see it is just if you're questioning what class you should play, this kind of gives you some insight. Hopefully, we were descriptive. I know some classes we kind of just were like, it's kind of easy to see. So if you're a new player, we apologize for that. But I mean, as far as like people who's been doing T1s or thinking about doing T1s, and you want some extra opinions, then I think that our opinions not necessarily they matter, but they have some backing to it. We've been doing T1s for quite some time. We're in a really good spot in T1s, so we know a little bit of what we're talking about. I would say, not to sound arrogant. Um, so I guess that's kind of how I see it. Like for people to kind of get some information on it.
Hmm.
Um, Outside of that, though, that's basically just the main purpose because ultimately, um, I wasn't really trying to change anybody's mind here. like,
Yeah.
nobody really goes around talking about what's the best T1 class. So,
Right. But there's most definitely been a conversation lately, mostly directed towards us and any stronger guild that brings certain classes about what's meta is not and not. So I wanted to give our 2 cents on it.
right,
And pretty much nothing on this list is exactly set in stone. It's just mostly what we've been gathered over the time we've been here. And eventually, I would like to ask some of like the offenses and up what they would think is meta and what their tier list would look like, and try to work with them to see what they think exactly is meta. Possibly make a video about that, but yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, uh, shit. Like I said, for the 3 people who watch this, actually, we'll be sharing this. I'm pretty sure you're going to be sharing this. Whoever
Hell
watches this,
yeah.
thank you for watching. I know this is a pretty long video. That's kind of how tier lists are. So if you did make it to the end somehow, then appreciate that. Um, Other than that, I mean, it's your channel. So shit, if you want to do something, subscribe, whatever, man, you go for it.
Good day at work, and then end the video.
All right.